Okay, so in our next bit right here, what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and change passwords. All right, so here I'm just going to show you. I've got 4 columns, right? They're 25 each, okay? They cover the 100 garage door websites. It's just I broke them into 4 sets of 25 each, okay? That way I can open tabs 25 at a time. So we have a tool in the Theme to HA toolbar, which is one of the pieces of the whole project. Obviously, you'll have access to all this stuff if you're getting all the components, right? Whether you get them all at once or work your way up the ladder. So you can do this kind of work, and you'll have therefore all of these right here. Now, you're not going to need to memorize or learn most of these because many of these are just older and they're kind of cool. By the way, if you hover over them, it tells you what they do. And that's pretty cool because it just gives you a clue right away, what you do or don't like. And you can always test these things. Some things are totally awesome, right? For instance, if I go here and hit something like format sheet and I say something like all proper case, it assumes that I want proper case. See how it did that? Anything separated by dashes, it thinks of them as different words. So now it's best-garage-door-repair.com. And then if you said, yeah, it's all nicely proper case, except I don't want .com proper case and .net. So then highlight it and just do a Control H. Make it .com should be .com, right? Just lowercase, obviously. Then you can go .net is .net, right? Okay, a lot of basic Excel tricks. We've taught pretty much all of them over the years, right? We've worked on these toolbars, this toolbar, the Moji toolbar. The earliest versions of these toolbars, and mass being like one of the first macros we ever created, was back in 2007, late 2007. So we have been working on these toolbars off and on for 11 years, making them better. That's really how machined they are, and that's how useful so much of this stuff really can be, okay? So there you go, back to lowercase. All right, now one of the cool features we put was this. In the T to HA toolbar, whatever we put in column A, whatever URLs we put in column A, Pages Viewer right here will simply open them all in different tabs, okay? So let me show you what I got, because I want to show you the next step here. It's this. This is Varsheet-Installer.com. If you ever see me go to the dashboard, it still looks funny. That's how new this thing is. It's all lorem ipsum. Okay, it says welcome to content management system. We didn't put any information on this yet. This wasn't even meant for people to have access to until we realized it's really a good idea to let people work their way into this level of power. Okay, now in here, we started with feed files, being able to import feed files from multiple websites at once so that they auto-update. Then we realized, well, if we're going to do that with the content, we have to be able to do it with images too. This is where I did my stress test, right? By the way, each one of these, okay, I've got old feed files still in here. I usually toss them out. So sooner or later, I just delete them because I don't need them anymore, okay? Wow, you'll see me use this later. Every one of these tools has a download sample button. When you download the sample, it's a sample Excel file. I download it right now, and it opens this, right? So if I open it, there we go. That's a sample feed file. It has all of the tabs on it, okay? And it gives you just the explanation. You need this column saying what theme name. You need your domain names, obviously, because it's going to go to the domain name you say and do the job on that website. So whatever job is here on row 3 for all of these tabs, that's what it will make happen on that website, right? And then it'll go to the next website down if there is one, and it will do whatever you said to do on the next row down, tab by tab by tab to that website. Totally useful, right? By the way, if you're wondering why some of these columns are really tall like this, it's just the way it's formatting around long chunks of words. There's no magic to it at all. You can make these smaller, and so don't think that there's something tricky about any of this stuff. There isn't. Okay. There are things you can know, like if you highlight the whole thing and you drag any of these out to a certain distance, it'll make all of them the same distance. Then if you drag this up or down to a certain height, it'll make everything the same height. Okay. Now that can be good when you want to read it a little better, right? Like if you actually have a lot of stuff in here, you can drag these wide open and drag these way down, and that allows you to read the print, in these things a lot more easily. You can see what's happening in there, which is basic HTML or just verbiage, just whatever's happening on the page. If you want to stretch some of it out, you can do something like this and double click there. Now you can at least read title, URL, parent page, right? And then you can still drag some of this out if you need to get rid of word wrap. It doesn't know you care until you pull it out. Then it understands that that's what you want, right? This is wide because that is wide, right? This is wide because that is wide. This is wide because that is wide, okay? So, and then this is wide because that is wide, not because of this. But you get the idea. Okay, I'll explain in more detail later. My whole point there was I downloaded the sample, okay? And so I can adjust my sample or whatever, or just build using it in mind, okay? So there you go. Now if I go to Images Uploader, okay, we can upload a zip file that has our images, and it will extract that zip file into the individual folders. Folder 1 for website 1, folder 2 for website 2, whatever you name the folders. So you would use some kind of a key maybe, right? We like to do that to keep things small. I don't want to type all the domain names all the time. I don't want to have my folder names be weird like these. I want to just know that out of my 100 websites, this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, alphabetically. Okay, so then if I have an image folder number 1, that means it goes with website number 1. Image folder number 2 goes with website number 2. Number 3 goes with website number 3. Now, what if you do want to upload a set of images that happen to be the same for all the websites? Well, then just call it anything you want. Call it same. So that would be like your same folder, and when you zip it up, it would be like same.zip. So then it uploads, extracts as a folder called same, S-A-M-E. So then when you're doing the run, it's same, right? Okay, just making sure you get that because it's not hard at all. It's just a matter of understanding what you're doing. Okay, so I'll upload my zip file, and it'll upload and extract all the individual folders, whether it's one folder called same or same and other same, 2 folders it's going to swap between maybe, however you want it to work, or all the different ones, 1 through 100, say. Then I can import the file that tells it what to do with that stack of images. I mean, if it sees folders 1 through 100, it doesn't know where they go until you import a file that says put 1 here, 2 there, 3 there, 4 there, 5 there. Or if you uploaded a single folder called same, then it doesn't know where that's supposed to go until you say on this one, put same here, same there, same there. Oh, and by the way, put 1 here, same there, 2 there, same there, 3 there, same there. In other words, you can do that. Okay, you can mix and match. You can do anything you want. Okay, and it has its own download sample file. Guess what? A lot easier to read because it's a very simple concept by the time you're done with it. And here it comes. There we are. Take a look. This is how easy this is. Root domain. This is where the path should go. If I'm going to upload images here to this website, it needs to go into a certain folder. Okay, and so it'll be that folder / then whatever the name of the theme is. Guess what the name of the theme is going to be for most of you guys when you start? Banner with a capital B. Right? Because that is the theme that most of you are going to start with. You see how I did that, the drag and drop? Once I got one of these changed, I just highlight it. It does not have a number on the end, so I'm not worried about auto numbering issues. And I just highlight and drag, right? There you go. And if I had 1,000, I just drag and hold it down and let it scale down until it got done. There are other ways to do it, but that's an easy one. So then server images are going to be something like banner, right? Only thing that we've learned, don't have it actually have the same name. It can be confused. So you can call it something like theme banner, okay? And then if you want it to be the same in every case, if it was the same images, then it would be like theme banner all the way. If it's different, it'd be like theme banner 1, theme banner 2, and then you can drag and drop that and it'll auto number. Now, because Excel auto numbers, keep that in mind when you create folder names. Because if you just number your folders, then you can auto number them in Excel. That's pretty cool, okay? Everything can generate automatically, okay? Anyway, that's it. Then you just close the file and upload it, except that it needs to have, no, it doesn't, that's it. There is a worksheet tab here, and you'll often see that. Doesn't mean anything at all. You can delete it or leave it. It doesn't matter at all. Just ignore it, okay? All right, so this is the only page you care about, okay? It's just 3 things. The domain, where within the domain, the folder, where the images should go. And this is preset, so you're going to be right normally. Okay, just change it to banner or banner 1, banner 2, banner 3. Or if you're using blocks, blocks 1, blocks 2, blocks 3. And most of your websites, if you're using the default, every time there's blocks, right? And then just your images, 1, 2, 3 are the same ones. Like this is same, right? Right now. But there you go. Now here's the point of the source path. When you upload the images, where is that? Into the website, you upload the images in the first place and it extracts them and prepares those folders so it can see what's going on. Those folders are extracted to this path with whatever name you gave it. Like I said, like theme banner, okay? So just don't mess with the first part of the URL. Don't mess with the first part of the URL. Just change the end of it to whatever you need it to be, okay, for each website. Could you do 100 times 4 different industries, 400 or 1,000? Yes, you could do all the different image stacks on a single file and upload them. Real quick, people are going to ask, do we have bogging issues? You know, does the server overload when we upload these files? The answer is no. It runs these one at a time, carefully and cleanly, okay? So you're not going to have to worry about that. No multi-threading issues. These things are not going to get jumbled and extract to the wrong place. They're going to go to the right place every time, one at a time, okay? If we multi-threaded it, it would be faster, but then it would be risky. So no, we set it to be robust and clean and do one at a time, okay? And just in case you're wondering, yes, if I highlight this and double click up here, see? Just in case you're wondering. All right, having said that, and that has nothing to do with the file. You don't need to worry about it. That's just for readability. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Now, what I did was I told you that I was going to go and upload the passwords, but I guess introducing you to this, let me finish the introduction very simply. You can, download your sample file and work on it. You can delete the files that you have in this list, right? Pretty much everything, like I did with the feed files. I deleted the feed files, right? Because if they're old, get rid of them. They take up space for no reason. Deleting the files here does not delete the images on the server. Okay, so just be aware of that. So if I were you, because different people will have access to this tool, make sure that you upload your files with a unique name. Find a way to make it about you. My name is David Richard Bennett. So I might do like DRB Banner 1, DRB Banner 2, DRB Banner 3, right? As we improve upon this process, of course, and make this more user-friendly, well, user-accessible, then, you know, we'll make sure that everyone's got their own place, their own folder, so that there's no risk of overwriting anyone's anything. If you run into any troubles, just let me know, but it'll be okay. Now, there's another part to the images uploader too. Delete files. Let me see. Yep, that's it. This is another piece, and I got to make sure that we get the sample file up in here. If you don't see it, ask me for it. It's very simple. You can delete the images that you upload or any images that are uploaded. There is a delete images option. Oh, I know where I have it. It's elsewhere. Whoops. Let me go here real quick. And right there. Just so you can see what it looks like, because you could just create this by hand. You don't need to worry about the colors. The colors do not matter. That's admin information, right? Happens to merge 2 cells, A and B. You just right click and hit something like merge cells after you highlight the 2 cells. Then there's root domain over here, source path over here. And what do we got? The domain name and the path to the images we feel like deleting. What if we only wanted to delete the logos and they were in a subfolder of images? I could do that. It could be slash, it could be, user file slash banner slash images slash logos. Maybe I want to put up new logos and maybe I want to delete the old logos first. So I don't need to. If I upload images, okay, and they're meant to replace old images, they got the same names, then they'll overwrite. If I upload new images, then they'll add them in. If I upload a combination of new images with the old names plus new images with the new names, then it'll overwrite as well as add in the new ones. Okay, so it's very clean because it's common sense. All right, it assumes that you want to overwrite. So if you just weren't sure if you uploaded the images and didn't want to go checking, re-upload them. It'll overwrite the same with the same. Same name, same file, it'll just overwrite them anyway. No big deal. Okay, so you could delete only what you want. If you had a particular project, maybe this is project 1, and you want to get rid of it because you found project 2 is better. Okay, you can get rid of the old images to save room on your servers so that you can make your servers leaner and meaner and take up less space. Okay, get rid of images you don't need. Okay, you can do that. And so it's really just 2 pieces of information, the domain name and what you want to delete. Okay, I'll just change it back right now. But yeah, if I go uploading that, I'll pay attention to what I'm doing. You don't need a trailing slash. Okay, so let me go ahead and just make that point. It's that simple to delete the images on the server. Okay, I deleted all the images on 110 websites in like a minute or 2. Then I uploaded 8,800 new images, and it took me less than 7 minutes to upload all of them and orient them all throughout all the pages. Okay, 8,800 images on 110 websites. And those images were in folders and subfolders. So I had like my images folder, and I had like logos, sidebar, inner pages, banners, favicons, and so they were all subfolders. I zipped that up and uploaded it and extracted, right? So just so I know, you can do that, and it'll handle all those recursive folder levels as well. Varsheet uploader, I'll get to that later. That's more complex. Bulk process that goes with the Varsheet uploader. These two work together, so that's more complex. We'll talk about it later. Ping sitemaps, beautiful little feature. Say you just made changes to your 100 websites or your 400 or your 1,000. Well, you want to alert Google and let them know. How would you normally do it? Log into each website, go to the ping sitemap page, basically, and hit the button for ping the sitemap. And that way it'll let Google, Yahoo, and Bing all know your new sitemap. Or it'll re-upload the old sitemap links, but that means to Google, go back and check those pages because they've changed, right? At least some of them changed. At least one of them changed. You can ping a sitemap every day for no reason at all if you really want. It's unnecessary because Google got it the first time, but Google's so busy running through tons and tons of websites that it doesn't come back to your site that often unless you tell it something's changed, right? If you did something all of a sudden, like you have not been doing anything maybe for a month, and then one day on a Wednesday, just suddenly make a bunch of changes to the existing pages, and maybe you added some new pages in, maybe you even deleted some old pages, but now you have your new sitemap. It's like 90% the same with 5% removed and 10% new added, who knows? But you want to let Google know. And if those are different on 100 websites, you would normally have to go into 100 websites to do it. But here, you just upload the list. It's the same idea. Download the sample, domain names here, and that's about it, I think. They just upload it, right? Matter of fact, I think that's it. We'll load it up. Yeah, that's it. Just put in the domain names and then just upload the file. Okay, when I'm saying upload the file, by the way, you see where most of the time, right? There's like choose file and just submit it, right? You upload the file and that will do it for you in seconds. Okay, All right, and then admin information. This is the one that I said I was going to do and didn't do. So I'm going to do it in the next recording now. Same thing. There's a sample you can download. You can import the feed file, and you can delete the files that are here because you're done with them. Like I can just delete, right? Boom. Okay. So now that I'm into this video so far, but I gave you an intro, I'm going to rename this thing like Varsheet-Installer Intro, VI Intro. Okay. And then the next video is going to be actually for changing passwords and security keys. Okay.